Oh, that's not good.
Not really. I don't need an EpiPen or nothing like that, so.
No, then we good. Y'all feeling good today? Feeling all right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So definitely make sure you talk directly into your mouth. You ain't got to be this close. You can bring it to you. You can adjust it. Just make sure at least your mic is in front of you when you talk, so it can pick up your sound the best. It's a free-flowing conversation. Talk about whatever you want to talk about, where you going, how you plan on getting there. Definitely bring up all the businesses you have. You know, we're just having fun today.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Sounds good.
and then we getting the hell up out of here because it's hot. I'm hot. The world is hot. I got to get to the black arts.
I think when we came in here, it was probably about 91.
That's what I heard, which is why I'm so glad I just got my AC fixed in my car. So I'm supposed to take my baby somewhere today, but I don't think we leaving the house if I could help it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to call them in a minute and make sure they got the air on. All right, I'm going to start the countdown. I really do. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Where I Come From. It is I, Mr. Tone Deaf. I am back in the building. It is actually hot outside, so I'm not complaining about being in the building today. And I am joined by a couple of people I have seen in Sherman, Phoenix more than anybody else. And I'm not mad about that. Like literally, and I don't think they know this, but one of my very first experiences in Sherman, Phoenix was when you guys first started doing your lemonade as a pop-up. Okay. Me and my brother was walking in here. I forgot what I came here for. I think I was coming to a meeting, and you were pitching your lemonade to me. I don't even think you guys had your labels for it just yet. I think you were just still doing it, had the little pour in the picture, and you was like, you might want to try it warm. And I'm sitting here like, I have never had warm lemonade in my life, to the point where it's like, I don't know what I'm doing, but if I start seeing colors, okay,
you know where to go.
I'm gonna be tripped. It's gonna be a great experience. But it ended up being a dope experience. I liked it warm. I usually try to get one at least once or twice a week when I'm here. I'm not as here as much as I used to be. I would always get it from Rise and Grind as one of my choices. But the fact that I finally get a chance to at least tell the story with y'all being here, and I do agree it is the best lavender lemonade in the city. I will not argue that. If anybody else who has lavender, clearly there's something that they're missing from your recipe. They're trying to copy it, tried to reverse engineer it, didn't do it right. Yours is actually fire. And I really do drink y'all's warm. Like if I take it home, I really will heat it up and drink it like a tea.
There you go.
I really will. And it does make a difference. So for you guys who've never had it, definitely make sure you come out and get you one. Whether it's cold or warm, you got to try it. Believe me, your body will thank you. That's one thing I can say about it. But that's not what they're here for. They are here for a completely different reason that is still going to be good for you. So first of all, let's start off by introducing you guys.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having us. My name is Jolie Brox,
And I'm Robert Brox.
and we're co-owners of Fit4You MKE.
Fit for You. So let's talk about Fit for You MKE.
Okay.
How did we get here, first of all?
It was 11, a little bit more than 11 and a half years ago.
Ooh,
Okay,
that's
so
about as long as TDR been around.
personal training, fitness consulting, bringing the gym to our clientele,
Okay.
churches, mosques, their home, schools, community centers, you name it. We did it.
Okay. So how did we grow from, because that's 11 years of just helping people, period. What made you think about going the route of just doing in person? Because somebody like me, who I work from home now, and I can tell you right now, I was already fat to begin with, but now I'm fat and lazy. Okay. And definitely, if I know for a fact that every day from 1:45 to 2:45, I can expect one of y'all to pull up to my house and make me sweat it out before I get back to work, I would be all for it. What made y'all decide to go with in-person fitness instead of saying, let's meet up at insert park right here?
Convenience.
Okay.
Our lifestyles are all changing.
Forever.
At that point in our lives, we had one child at that time,
Mhm.
and we're a growing family.
Okay.
And you were pregnant as well too.
Yep.
So-
Time you started.
And I also was transitioning from working for a company,
Okay.
so they didn't want to go out to their clientele. It was liability issues or whatnot.
But definitely is.
So you know what? Hey, I spawned off and I created my own, and a lot of my clientele really, took heed to my advice,
Okay.
and they wanted to do the things that I was doing. So things that I was doing were eating healthier, taking away, getting the GMOs out of my life. Those genetically modified organisms.
I just want y'all to understand, for those who are listening, that detoxing from foods is actually harder than trying to detox from any type of liquor or cigarette habits or anything like that. Because unlike liquor and cigarettes, taste, flavor, and more importantly, emotions are sometimes tied to certain foods.
Yeah.
And trying to break that can be so hard, because me and soda are the most toxic relationship known to mankind. Like, I can be done with you. I haven't had a soda in 2 weeks. Then it just takes one bad day and I'm like, I need a Mountain Dew. And I'm right back in this. I'm sitting here looking on my desk and there's like 4 bottles from over a week. I was like, how did you get back in this house? How did you get a key? So I appreciate people who are willing to sit down and help people get past bad habits. Like, I've gotten my meat consumption down to at least chicken.
Okay.
And the sad part is chicken is just as bad, if not worse, than most of them, because you don't know what they put in the chicken, but it tastes so good.
It tastes so good.
It does.
We're just having the wherewithal to have replacements,
Right.
and
I think that's the big thing.
alternatives and
And
options.
be realistic too. Like, we're all human. Nobody's perfect, so we're gonna live a little bit. You may dibble dabble. So we try to just educate people about just balance.
Right.
Having balance, the idea of, trying to put more good in than the bad. So that way, those days and those moments where you put something bad in, you don't feel as guilty because, okay, let me, get back on my routine. Let me get to a regimen where I can get a detox or a cleanse in, something. So it's like, not trying to, live in such a way where you're feeling like your own, like a prisoner of your own self and your health and wellness, so trying to find balance.
What's y'all go-to detox?
Go to?
Yeah.
Water and lavender lemonade.
We go get on the lemonade in a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
But just regularly just do, that's only two big things.
And intermittent fasting.
Okay, let's talk about that. Because I hear a lot of people doing these fasts, and the intermittent one is the one that I've heard people, it works for them. how does that work? Like, what is an intermittent fasting?
So like for us, what we'll do is the first part of the day, we won't really eat any heavy foods.
Okay.
So breakfast might consist of a juice, some type of smoothie, some water,
Just water.
cheese, the lavender lemonade, either cold or warm.
Okay.
So just pretty much more just liquids.
Right.
Taking in just liquids, making it nice and light. And then by about lunch or early evening, then that's when we'll probably have something a little bit heavier.
Okay. You know what? The way I work, that actually might work for me, because I already don't start my work day until about 9.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I could definitely get in maybe a small little stretch workout, put some, fluids in my system, specifically maybe a lavender lemonade,
Mm-hmm.
cheap plug right there.
Right.
And then just work through the day. And then normally my lunches are usually around about 2-3 o'clock, which should be the ideal time to eat anyway.
Yeah.
And then probably just slowly change up what I eat at that time.
Yeah.
You got it. Balance.
I just found out, people, I have low-key been fasting this whole time and did not realize it.
Mm.
So as soon as the kids get back to school, I'm going to go full on intermittent fasting. Because the only thing that stops me from doing it right now, because I got to feed the kids too.
Right.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Got to make sure they
Definitely
eat. So 9 times 10, if I'm getting food, if they're getting food, I'm probably going to eat the same time they eat, because it's just easier.
Yeah.
But once they get back to school, then I'm going to do it. I'm going to be slim by Christmas. So I want all my sweaters y'all buy me to be largest, just so I can look at them and be like, I'm putting this on.
That's right.
Because I was actually ordered something from Shein the other day. They gave me a $30 coupon randomly, and I went to order the shirt that I thought was my size. It was not made for a man with muscular arms or a tummy. Okay, I don't know who they think they shopping for, but it is not a man of meat. Okay. So we have said this, we've talked about this lemonade at least 3 or 4 times since we had this conversation. How did we even get to this concept of making it?
Jolie tells the story a whole lot better than me.
Because lavender and lemonade are not 2 words I expect to go together if it's not an air freshener.
Right.
Initially, it didn't for us either.
Yeah, that's right.
So we did the research.
Yeah, and that's why we made a point to provide samples.
Oh, always.
And that's how I started, was the sample.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, first, as you mentioned, fitness was the first part of the business.
Right.
So as we got probably about 3-4 years into the business, because clients were asking for, some type of, juice or smoothie or something that they could also add to their packages or something that they can add to their regimen. So we started doing juicing. And then we started to, do pop-ups here and there. We just started juicing and things like that. And then not having the space or the manpower to be able to juice at the, to that capacity.
Right.
We were like, oh, it's going to be tough to be able to do it like that. And we didn't have our, our own space,
right.
Kitchen space like that to be able to provide that. So we typically use essential oils in our home, in our diffuser, in our whipped shea butter that we also use with the lavender. And so a friend of ours, they were having a rustic lavender themed bridal shower. And so she saw a lavender lemonade recipe on the doTERRA website.
Okay.
And so she asked me to make it since she knows I have the oil. So I was like, I'll try it out. I'll see. So when I looked at the recipe, they use spring or distilled water. And we typically use alkaline water. So we said, let's just use alkaline water instead.
Swap it out.
So, switch that. So then they also use sugar. We don't use white bleach sugar. We prefer to use more plant-based. So we use the cane sugar. So then we started to just kind of substitute some of the ingredients and then made a small batch and was like, this is pretty good. Let me take it to the bridal shower and just kind of see how it goes. And I just kind of observed everyone's reactions to drinking the lavender lemonade.
Right.
And that pretty much sparked the light bulb.
Mm-hmm.
So I started doing a little bit more research about, the lavender, because like I said, we would just use it for diffusers. We know about some of the basics of it, aromatherapy. So we started really digging into the research of lavender lemonade, lavender essential oil, the alkaline diet, alkaline water, importance of having that into our diet and things like that. So from that point on, we said, you know what? Next time we go to our next pop-up, instead of doing the juicing, let's try the lavender lemonade. Let's just see how it goes. So we would only just bring a certain amount each time.
Right.
And every time it would go, it would sell out. It would sell out. And we were like, you know, a lot of people, they don't really know about it. So let's make sure to provide samples. You can't expect somebody to pay for something that they don't really know about.
Exactly.
So we kept doing that. And then we just realized, you know what, when we started hearing testimonials from customers that were drinking it, whether it was helping with their insomnia from, you know, their work third shift. If I'm not working, hey, when I warm it up at night, it really helps me sleep. You know, so some people were there, whether they were having digestion issues, you know, so we just started hearing more and more about these testimonials. We said, okay, we're really, really on to something here. So that's when we decided to just really go forward and really go, you know, full gusto with it.
I can attest that, yes, it definitely helps with sleep because it puts my youngest to bed every time I give it to her. And believe me, this one will stay up to 4 o'clock in the morning if you let her. So she definitely will put her to sleep. It definitely helps regulate. I won't lie. Okay. And it's healthier than coffee. So, but I didn't know about the cane sugar option that you guys, that, you know, I think that may be what the difference is. I don't know if I want to put this out now because now y'all know the secret, and I don't want y'all to know that.
Well, no, that's we put the ingredients on here, but you don't know the recipe.
You don't. They ain't got the same love y'all got.
That part.
That's makes it different. Okay. See, y'all got lucky. This episode wasn't gonna drop at first. All right. So we go from the lemonade. We see the level of success. We got the home fitness. That's you doing your thing the way you doing it, and it works. Especially when we're getting back to the home fitness. How did COVID affect the business for you?
Always shut it down, or that portion of it.
Okay.
A lot of my clientele actually, you know, fly in and out, you know, and so we definitely had to cut that.
Right. It was like
immediately.
Because especially with pop-up shops, were literally y'all go-to way of promoting
and vending.
Right. And vending. Right. Because that's how every time I see a lot of events I see, you guys are there. So when COVID said, hey, fuck y'all, I knew y'all got affected by it. How did y'all make it through that 18 months?
We were classified as an essential business.
Oh, y'all got lucky.
And we also maintained our delivery capacity.
Okay.
And shipping across the continental United States.
Okay.
And Rise and Grind Cafe, man, when everything did open up and Rise and Grind opened up, they opened their doors to us, and it was all love.
Shout out to Rise and Grind, because that's where I get mine from.
Yes, indeed.
I ain't got time to be following them over the city, so I just get it from Rise. I always know it's in there in Rise and Grind.
And that part was where we were like, okay, people are like, well, where can I find it? Where can I find it? And, you know, not everybody remembers to go online. Not everyone will remember the website. So we said, okay, we getting there, y'all. Give us some time. We're getting there. We're working towards, you know, getting that space. And once again, Rise and Grind Cafe was such a huge
shout out to Bobby and Lorena.
Yes. Those beautiful women have been such a influence in helping us to get our storefront space, getting us into the right place, right meetings, management. So we were so thankful for that. And from that point on, when everything shut down, like you mentioned, with us being essential, being able to ship and deliver, that was a huge help.
See, I am glad to hear one of my companies out of Milwaukee surviving through and shipping deliver across the country, because that just means that your product is not just a local thing. People want it, period.
There you go.
Okay. And that's always a good thing to hear. So now we figured out how to make it through COVID. We on the other side of it where we can trust to be around people enough that we can start doing all this again. What made you now get the spot for Fit4You?
You know what? COVID, ironically, bittersweet.
Helps you.
It thrusted us a little bit faster.
It was real bittersweet. Of course, the unfortunate part of people getting sick and losing people and things like that was so unfortunate.
It made people more aware of their health. And lack thereof.
And be more aware, wanting to put more things, to strengthen their immune system, things like that. So that helped people to be like, okay, you know what, I need to really get this product. And then, of course, on the small business side, when they started rolling out, announcements and things like that about small businesses, we were like,
we were on it.
Where?
We turned into
some
grant
serious
writers.
grant writers.
We turned,
So we were like, we got to get on it. So that is what really, really helped us to stay afloat, along with shipping and delivering. And then those grants put us in a position to get the brick and mortar. And while things were shut down, we were in the process of building it up.
And mind you, before COVID, sorry to cut you off, we hadn't received a grant larger than $500.
And that's what I was getting to say
10 years.
And that was, earlier when I had the conversation where I just wasn't looking for the fund. That was the reason why. Because I am considered an audio production company.
Yes.
Okay. Even though podcasting is my focal point right now, I'm still audio and production. Believe it or not, a lot of people were not investing in stuff like this because everybody felt like, oh, this is something that can just be in-house for our company, so we don't need to hire anybody, or they wanted me to be the only clients. And I was like, I can't do that. I got to give a voice to my people. I can't give you all of me. Even to the point where my marketing skills, because at one point in time I was supposed to work for a radio station. I had literally gave them a board that says, look, this is how you're going to change the game in the city of Milwaukee if you're serious about it. They said, oh, you have a podcasting network. You're a conflict of interest. So you're telling me you're going to leave all this greatness on the table because you're scared of what I can do? But then that made me go. But that's what made me go harder. Because if I realized, look, I do this because I love to. Okay. And everybody you see on this wall, so y'all can't see it this time if you're watching the video because I changed the angle. But normally this whole wall is full. All of these podcasters are people who literally, they just have a message and I'm behind it. Nobody on my wall is here because their friends thought they were funny and you should have a podcast. Everybody has a message, which you two actually need a podcast. I'm not trying to advertise to get y'all, but no, you guys have a story that I feel like definitely needs to be told. You can go do it with anybody. You can do it on your own. I don't care. But y'all got to talk. Okay. And then make it a health thing too. Come on. Okay. And we gonna work. I'm gonna get y'all out there. Okay. So you got the brick and mortar store. That's it. Now the end of my story is never give up just because the world tells you no. And if y'all want to give money, my Cash App is TDR Network. I will gladly take it, and believe me, I will show you what it was used on. So everything goes back into the business. Because I want to stop charging these people and make them focus on their craft. But until then, I got to charge them. I got bills to pay. Rent ain't cheap. So we got the building. We got the Lavender. We being healthy naturally is a thing now. What is the goal for y'all? See, because now we here.
5-year goal, or this is immediate, man.
Let's start immediate, because if I'm not mistaken, this building is open next week.
Yeah,
that's right.
Okay. Yeah. So first of all, can I get a free membership?
Well, we're not doing fitness at this location.
What are you doing?
It's only 428 square feet of love and essence and hard work and sweat. But this is the marketplace.
Can I get a free lemonade?
For sure.
Okay.
This is yours right here. Yes. It's not just for show.
Oh shit. I gotta do this. I gotta start asking for more shit.
There you go.
So it's gonna be a marketplace.
Yeah.
So we'll have the lavender lemonade, of course, cold. Those who prefer the warm will have the warm.
Okay.
And then we'll also have our Sea Moss Smoothies. So we have different flavors of those that we offer.
They didn't say nothing about smoothies before.
Yes, and then we also have alkaline water. And we also have the city's very first alkaline ice machine.
We invented our own alkaline ice machine.
Wait a goddamn minute here. Alkaline ice machine.
Yes.
How did we get here?
So
what made y'all decide that? Because the reason why I'm only asking that is because right now, currently, I'm trying to get my taste buds to wrap around alkaline. I don't know what it is. As healthy as it is for you, I taste the mineral. Okay, so it's me trying to work my way through it. I have this particular water I'm trying right now, called Black.
Okay.
It has all these things in it, and it's not bad. I'm actually liking it.
Okay.
Okay, The thing about it was with this water, I accidentally left it in the freezer too long. They tell you right away, drink it cold.
Mhm.
Okay, shake it up, drink it cold, get everything together. You good. I accidentally left it in the freezer. There's a big block of ice in this bottle, but right in the middle of it, you can see everything they put in this water.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can see all of it. Whatever the thing about the water, the final thing is the water is like a brownish black
Okay.
at the end of the day.
Okay.
So you see it right in the middle, and it's right down. And I'm like, I don't want to drink it no more. Like, this is not water. This is not what I get what it's supposed to do for me, but I don't know if I want to drink this anymore because now I visually see the separation.
Yeah.
So now that you guys are talking about that you're freezing the water, the only thing I can think in my head is I got this ice cube with this little thing in the middle of whatever alkaline this is.
Mm-mm.
And I have a
Not
feeling.
ours, not ours.
No, I have a feeling. No, y'all ain't gonna put bad things in my system.
No.
But it's just that's where my mind is. So, what made y'all decide to come up with an alkaline ice machine, and where can I get one?
Well, you can't get your own alkaline ice machine
tried,
unless
people.
You just freeze your own alkaline water,
And
then you'll get your little tray.
get your own individual
You know,
cubes.
you can
But
make it work for some
on a
tray.
commercial standpoint,
I want my own.
it'll cost you a few thousand. Yeah.
So if you guys go ahead and subscribe to my OnlyFans page, so I can get my own alkaline ice machine because they being selfish. No, I'm just kidding. But that is dope. Just the simple fact. So that means I can have my lemonade with my alkaline ice cubes in it, and I can be walking down the street looking all extra cute and being extremely healthy at the exact same time.
Right, well hydrated.
Well hydrated. That way when my ice cubes melt and I just got water sitting there, it's still good for me.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Alex, that's
You
dope.
got it.
That's dope.
Increases the alkalinity in every drink.
So what does alkaline water do for you, for the listeners? Because I know people are like, why would I want? Everybody talks about alkaline water. I got a friend that's got some imported water from Hawaii that's really supposed to be good for you. But like, what does alkaline water really do for you?
So when you think about Milwaukee's tap water history,
Cryptosporidium. It's the only word I gotta say.
All right.
Now
so,
you young folks might not know what that is, but
I was alive.
we was there for
during
that.
Right.
Yes.
It was
But
rough.
not only that, our lead laterals in Milwaukee, that's the talk of the town as well,
Right.
are very comparable, if not higher, than Flint, Michigan
And I heard
in
that.
lead.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's factual.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, also the acidity of the water is at 7.
Ooh,
Okay. I mean, that's neutral. That's neutral tap water, but ours is at 9.5.
That's not good.
So your body can ingest our water 10 times better because it's free of the fluoride, the chlorine, the pharmaceutical particulates,
Right.
that is in the tap water,
Right.
that their machines are not getting out.
So
Okay.
you're getting the best water that you could possibly get for your body.
Now, when I say plumbing inspectors said this is the best ice in the city.
See, and this is why they won't let me have my own, because they know. They know. They want me to. They want me to come to them for this ice because they know. I'm not mad at y'all. I would definitely be
And
there.
since our base for the lavender lemonade is alkaline water, we figure why would we want to start using
Other water for everything else.
You
It
know,
makes sense.
So
If it's gonna be alkaline, it's gonna be all
it's gonna be
alkaline.
all alkaline.
Makes sense.
And we also envision the ice being the catalyst to our smoothies. So why would we put tap ice
Exactly.
into our
Mhm.
smoothies?
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
As a whole, it makes sense for the whole brand.
Mhm.
Plus, let's be honest, y'all gonna get that 2,000 back tenfold. They're gonna have like 3 ice machines in there.
Oh, not
Yes.
2,000. It's tens of thousands.
You still gonna get it back.
That's right.
We talking in. This is an $8 bottle of drink.
I'm trying to
Okay,
tell
you gonna get it back.
Yes.
It's your best 8. Look, people, my brother
Invest.
talked about me when I bought an $8 bottle of lemonade the very first time we did this.
Mm.
I told him, look, bro, I have not felt this good in a while. I feel like I got my $8 worth.
Mhm.
Okay. I don't pay $8 for much in this world,
Mm.
but I will pay $8 for this. And I'm glad they gave this to me for free because I only got $10 on me right now. So I got lucky today.
Love.
So what's your 3-year goal? Because we got a marketplace now. We selling lemonades. We got alkaline ice cubes. We got smoothies with sea moss in it. At this point in time, I damn near almost have no reason to ever go to a doctor. Damn near. I'm 40, so
Unless
I
you
gotta
get
go.
stung by a bee.
Look, you on your own on that one, bro. I seen the
But
book.
not only
I seen the
that-
bee come. I moved. You seen the bee come. You stayed. Okay.
But not only that, at our marketplace, we're also supporting other Black-owned business owners
Okay.
in our city. So we're also going to have other local products there. Everything revolving around health and wellness.
Okay. Anybody in particular?
Yes. So Brother Kemar Carter with
Okay.
his Sea Moss capsules, bladderwrack capsules.
Yeah.
He has a few different cleanse products. So we'll have his products there. Brother Kamanzi, he has detox drinks and bitters.
Yes.
Okay.
And that
so we'll
helped our
have those.
clientele through COVID extreme.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we have Sister Rowe from Sister Herbs and Lather. So
Okay.
she makes natural soaps and deodorants and body washes. So she's going to have some around the lavender.
I actually have a few of hers already right now. And it does make a difference.
Yeah,
it does make a difference.
Soaps.
So those are just a couple of the things that we're going to have. So it's not just us, we want to sow into other businesses.
That's what I love. That's what I like to hear.
Like-minded spirits and like-minded products. So
that's what I love to hear, that it's not just you doing your own thing, but you're giving other people a platform to be able to get out there. And then what makes it so great is everything can come together with y'all. So I can walk in there with the intentions of only getting a lemonade and literally probably walk out with a full detox regimen.
Ready to go.
And then I'll have to give him a call to figure out how we gonna get this workout in. Because I gotta get rid of this tummy, people. I'm serious. Like, it's been with me too long. The other day, me and my wife was sitting there and we both looked like we pregnant. And she ain't been pregnant in 7 years. So we got to figure something out. And I told her we're going to start with our Black folks because they know how we is. Yes, and this is exactly where we're going to start at. So how can we find you? How can we get a hold of you? Where's the place located at? What's the grand opening looking like? This is the moment for us to promote.
Yes. So the grand opening is going to be next Sunday, August 14th. From 11 to 6 p.m. We're going to have our ribbon cutting ceremony. So we'll have a few other vendors, food. We'll have DJ Get Money, Gideon on the doing some music for us. And then we'll have our products as well as the other products that we mentioned. The address is 6007 North Titonia Avenue. We're located in the North Bay Shopping Plaza off Titonia and Forest.
They've been building up that area a lot. There's a lot of new Black businesses in that area.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Like, it's a lot in that area now that a lot of people don't know is there. So that is wonderful.
Now, our grand opening is also serves as a community call to action.
Okay.
So not only to stop the violence and the reckless driving, okay, but it's also to beautify exactly what you just said. It's majority Black-owned businesses in those two plazas.
Yep.
And you have a multi-million-dollar pharmaceutical company across the street.
Yep.
Their grass is real green. Their parking lots are paved. You can't even get past the security gate.
You really can't
ask anybody anything.
And I always wonder, why does a pharmaceutical company have that damn much security? But that's a whole nother conversation.
Okay. But with that being said, our parking lot is a little dilapidated. You got potholes. You can't even see the lines.
Right.
But hey, we here. We love it. But we want to beautify it. We want to update it. Upgrade it. There's a lot of money floating around here. And it's a lot of, like I said, Black-owned businesses and minority-owned businesses there that patronize all of that.
Big facts.
So how do we not only just say this is Fit4You MKE marketplace, but this is our community, and we really want to bring a lot of attention. So we invited everybody to attend our grand opening.
Look,
that's in both of those plazas.
The crazy part about it is, and I think I'm only speaking on Milwaukee as a whole, but this is actually a whole United States thing as a whole. We have to, as Black people, get back to the point where we just got to take care of everything ourselves.
That part.
Regardless of what politicians we put in place, and regardless of what major companies or anything that's benefiting off of us, at the end of the day, we need to just do it ourselves.
Right.
Just get up and do it ourselves. If you got a can of paint and you see that this line over here is a little faded, look, fam, just do it. You know, take care of it ourselves. Our streets are always going to be heavy with potholes, and I know we don't have the resources to fill them, but maybe we know somebody who does.
Right.
Maybe it's like, hey, look, I understand you work at a construction company. We got this situation. If I paid you guys $500 to come take care of this block, is that something you're willing to do? You know, sometimes we just need to step up and do it ourselves.
That's what it's
and that's one of the things I like about Sherman Phoenix, because one, it is a Black collective of a bunch of Black businesses.
Sure,
and here we all take care of each other. Like there's not a day where I don't come in here and I can't talk to Crystal, who, hey, Crystal, I need to know about this right here. Right. And if she's not going to give me the answer right then and there within the next 24 hours, I got a list of it.
Direct resource.
You know, like list of everything. If I need to know about an event going on, Jamila is always going to be, hell, I can tell, hey, Jamila, I got this coming up. Boom, she's immediately on the live and it's being promoted. And next thing you know it, 50 people who I've never seen before in my life is there. Just strictly based off the communication. Truman, quickly, just, hey, bro, let's do this TikTok real quick. Boom, right there. Gonna be right there, hands on in regards to it. That's what I love about Sherman. It's another reason why I refuse to leave Sherman Phoenix. Like, you can raise my, I'm a fuss about it, but I'm still gonna figure out a way to make sure I'm here because of the central hub in the community. So with that area over there literally becoming another form of a collective, it's gonna have to get to the point where you can't just say, I'm a small business at this location. No, you have to say, this is my new hub. So the person who's in the building next door to me is just as important as I am. So if I'm having a bad day, I should be able to go over there and then I can get resources from that person of how to make this expand. Like, hey man, I got this event going on. Can I, you know, could you tell your customers about it? And it's not taken away from them. It may actually even help.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I got 100 people coming to an event and I'm hosting it at your place, guess what's gonna happen when they walk out my door? Hey, what else is over here? And they're gonna go right next door. So we just need to start just doing everything on our own and not need anybody. I don't need a radio station to promote what's going on in the city when I have a network that has a minimum of 20 podcasts on it. But the even better is I have friends who were on other networks. I can get on the phone and I can call Dooch. Like, hey, Dooch, dog, we got this event going on. You know, let's see what we can do about getting your pod. I don't never do an event without reaching out to some of my other producers at other places. Like, hey, dog, I got this idea. I want to go ahead and do this type of event. I need 4 podcasts from your network. I need 4 podcasts from you. And then let me hit up Sheet and a couple of other people. We're going to do a whole podcast fest. I didn't have to do it all on my own because I knew I got people I can depend on.
That's right.
You know, the other day, my friend Britt Nicole had an event. She said, hey, Tone, do you know where I can get a PA system? Britt, just come here and get this one I got right here. Come on now. I don't need you to charge me. I don't care. I'm not going to charge you about it. And because you want to know why? Because when Britt Nicole is doing her event and the PA system is there, and she may just say, well, shout out to Tone for the. Hello. That's all I need. I'll say, hey, man, make sure you guys check out and listen to TDR Network. Come on. Boom. Yeah. You may not like my show, but there's a show here you go like. Now I got new listeners. That new listeners can turn into somebody who's, I can literally say, man, you know, I need help writing grants. Just like that, I may have somebody say, hey, man, I got this great grant writing program. If you happen to follow me on Facebook, which is how we actually got to this, I just jumped on and said, hey, man, I'm going to do some interviews. Who need to have an interview done? I'll take an interview. Ding, ding, ding. And I didn't charge nobody for it because I'm not doing it for that. But the simple fact that I can go on Facebook, and this is actually something I do every day. It doesn't matter what time I do when I log on. If somebody had posted something, I just repost it. I don't know who the hell that is. I don't know when that event is. I just make sure it's not already happened. I just repost it because I have 4,725 followers. Somebody is going to see that. And somebody may be like, I was just thinking about that. I don't care if it's food, if it's lemonade, if it's fitness, if it's credit repair. It doesn't matter. I share 5 people every time I log on, because that may be the one post that gets you to where you need to go with your goal. And I feel like it's not that hard. And that's why I say something like that is what we need. It should not be a problem of somebody being able to say, hey, I know a guy who works at the city who can get this, or I know a girl who might be able to do this, or, well, my uncle just got out of jail, but he could definitely get this done. That may be all it needs.
Yeah.
So we need to stop relying on other people and just do it ourselves as a community. Because when we start doing that, that's when they start noticing.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not hiring this company no more to come tow my car, but I got a friend who has a tow company in the city of Milwaukee doing the exact same thing, that's who I'm going to want. When my car broke down, I didn't go on Google and look for a tow company. You know what I did? Who has a black tow company here in the city of Milwaukee? And that was my post.
Yes.
Directory, a black business.
I specifically said I need a black tow company. And I had about maybe 10 different people on my post within a matter of minutes to say this person, this person, this person, this person. Now, the same person came up 5 times. So I was like, okay, you might be who I want. But then I looked at who said it. I trust you. Like, I trust you. So if you say it, then I'm going to give them a call. And I got my car towed that night. Yeah. And it wasn't that I was concerned where my car was. I just wanted it to be done. And the fact that I had a black 24-hour tow company who pulled up on me and got the job done in a timely manner, that before anybody in my family ever even realized my car was broken down, I was already where I needed to be at. Just like that. So that's why I say we just need to talk to our own people. When you do this event, just say, hey, anybody know how to do any of this out here? We trying to get this fixed. Call me. You know, that's all.
And
I
that's
need.
Basically what it's gonna be.
Like I don't want to have to go to these white folks, but if y'all want, your uncle can paint lines. Come on down here.
Come on now.
You know,
that's why I love talking to other business owners too, because we're always dropping jewels, one or the other. Something
we don't know everything,
right? We don't know everything, so it's like, man.
And that's one thing I want more small businesses to do. I don't care if I'm selling lemonade and you're selling lemonade. Come on. I'm going to talk to you about the struggles of selling this lemonade, because what you might be doing is something I've never thought of. Okay. And then when I go into this space and I don't sell lavender lemonade, I don't know a little bit about selling lavender lemonade. I might still got this lemon juice, water, sugar. Oh, you need something healthy? Go talk to these people right here.
There you go.
I might say, hey, I'm getting ready to go do this pop-up over here. Here's the information in regards to it. Anytime I see somebody talking about doing a pop-up, I share the information about that pop-up, because that one person may not know how to go about doing it. That one pop-up, that one pillow-making person, that could be all they need to go ahead and connect with somebody who owns a furniture store.
Get started.
You know,
right?
Yeah, you gotta start somewhere. So I have no problem. I love talking to small business people. At first, when I first started doing this, a couple of my coworkers or cohorts was like, "Yeah, you should start charging people for interviews." And I was going to do it, but I was like, "Nah," because I don't know what the difference of that $50 could mean from that person coming to actually talk about their business. Because you may be in a position right now where I don't have $50 for an interview. Well, if I give you this interview and now you got people that's coming to you, you earned that $50. And if you decide to be like, hey, Tone, thanks. Young gentleman, rest in peace, because I actually lost contact with him and he ended up making bad life choices. His very first book he ever wrote, he told me about it. I was like, come do this book. Come do this authors show I did. So I had 5 other authors. Some of them had written Christian books. Some of them were doing erotic novels. Some had some urban ones. A couple of people had just self-help books. And I had them in the room. Beautiful ladies, all very deep. Only man in the room. His book hadn't even been published yet. And he said that was the greatest experience he ever had, because he learned so much about the business from all of these different ladies that he never once thought about, to the point that he wrote his second book. He went into the meeting for his first book not accepting 75% of what they were trying to present to him.
It's beautiful.
Because he learned from these ladies who all did it already.
You got that counsel.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt good about that. He ended up becoming my little brother. I ended up losing touch out of him because, COVID made life weird. And when he dropped his second book, I couldn't get him in time to do the interview. And he ended up making a bad choice and ended his life. And I really still feel bad to this day about that. But the simple fact that one interview, which led to a solo interview after the book was out, and I sat down and I talked to him about it, and we went in depth about the book and his childhood traumas, which caused the book, definitely made him feel like he never had an interview that really cared like that. And that really made him want to write the second book.
That's beautiful.
So
that's amazing. Yeah.
And that's why I say just talk to people. Talk.
Yeah.
I talk to business people all the time.
Gotta be
Tell me
open.
what I'm doing wrong. I don't care.
We learn every day. If
Yeah.
you're not willing to learn something new every day, you're losing.
Right.
You're losing out.
No businesses are successful doing it by themselves.
Mhm.
Right.
That's right.
No billionaire did not do it without getting help from somebody else.
So have that extended hand.
All right.
That olive branch.
Like, don't be afraid to ask for help. But we have come to the end of this episode. I don't want to keep you guys any longer because if you let me, I'll just rant all day. And I need you guys to prepare for next week.
And tomorrow.
What's going on tomorrow?
Bronzeville Fest.
It is entirely too many fests going on in the city. When they told me that Milwaukee was the city of festivals,
Come on now.
okay, I was like, okay, Summerfest really used to have something every weekend because Summerfest was 10 days long. And then every weekend after that, all the way to the end of the year, somebody was fest. But when you step outside the city events and just look in the local areas, we really do stuff every day.
Block parties.
Every weekend.
Like you have the Black Art Fest going on right now, and you still got Bronzeville Week going on, and then we had Bradley the other day.
502.
Yep, 502 doing something all the time. Yes, because Auntie, I know you're watching. Will you please calm down? I am sick and tired of everybody showing me videos of you doing a lot. I understand you are grown and you are a woman who are having fun. But please, for the sake of God, chill out.
She living her best life.
She is, and I'm happy, but she know I'm just messing with her.
Out there, it's a whole vibe.
She took over one day and said this was her birthday because her birthday was like the day before, the day of. And she said this whole party was hers.
Okay.
I don't know who. This is her party. I'm just saying, and she ain't been behaving since. You need her to calm down. But definitely, what's going on tomorrow? What y'all doing at Brownsville?
We're vending. We'll have our lavender lemonade. We'll have our Sea Moss Smoothies.
Yeah, I'm gonna come down there and try one. I have not had a Sea Moss smoothie.
Yes, it'll be from 10 to 6.
10 to 6.
And they block off North Avenue from MLK to 7th.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
They almost made it to McDonald's.
Yep.
So we have come to the end of this episode. I am thankful that this lovely couple has came and joined us today. Make sure you go down to Brownsville tomorrow. For those who actually are catching the video, support them. Make sure you come out to the grand opening.
Yes.
I will definitely make sure I am there because I want to support everybody I possibly can. I will bring the kids with me too. And if they break anything in the store, just bill me because I can't afford it at that moment.
We'll hire them as staff.
You can have them. You can have them. That oldest one will talk to anybody and will make people. So now that youngest, you might want to put her behind the register. Okay. Because she don't trust nobody. So if they money look funny, you ain't got to worry about it. So other than that,
we're working on training up the next generation.
It's training. They already think this. When they come in here, they be like, all right, daddy, cut the mics on. We got work to do. Like,
entrepreneurs.
What are you going to talk about? Don't worry about it. We got this. Cut the mics on. And they be having a little conversation. I told them when y'all turn 18 at y'all graduation, I'm playing one of y'all episodes on stage. Okay. Y'all gonna get y'all diploma and they gonna hear what y'all talked about. Okay. Yes, I will embarrass you on purpose. Make sure you check us out on all streaming platforms. That's Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever else you listen to your podcast. Make sure you check out TDR Live on YouTube, TDR Live Stream on YouTube to catch this video or any other videos for where I come from, as well as any other videos here on TDR. Go out and support your favorite businesses because they're not small, people. You just thinking small. With that being said, we are out of here, people.